The biggest misconception about employer branding is that it's a quick fix to a poor culture. Okay, so we package up our communications and we show happy, smiley faces in our communications, in our videos, and our testimonials. The market sees through that these days. Like, that's old school marketing. The external marketplace, but also your existing employees, they want to see the real organisation. If you were to stick a camera in the corner of your offices and it just played, real time 24/7, what type of story would it tell about your organisation? Because at the end of the day, the candidate, when they arrive at the organisation, is going to live that on a day-to-day basis anyway. All right, we can only do so much to let the candidate understand what it's like to work here. Companies haven't got to the stage where they can provide an accurate insight into what it is really like to work there. Now, organisations that invest in opening up and showing what's going on the inside, we're starting to see them using social media to do things like that. But it's about getting the stories out to the marketplace. It's making them flow so that they don't seem to be, scripted, highly scripted marketing campaigns. But it's about providing an authentic look into what it's really like to work there. So candidates are looking for authenticity, and they will go and look for information about your organisation that you don't even know that they're looking for. Okay, so that's why at every single touch point, every single interaction that you have with a potential candidate, it has to be aligned with how the organisation wants to be perceived. So traditionally, we look at those touch points in a fragmented way. By having a clear brand promise, a clear value proposition, you can then build communication strategy from that. A lot of communication strategy begins without the promise or the value proposition worked out. So there isn't a strategic approach to it, but you've got to put yourself in the candidate's shoes to understand what's their behaviour like, and then actually build the system around that. And that's going to be a huge growth area for employer branding over the coming years. Employee experience and candidate experience is at the forefront of business strategy, because it's how do you make the candidate, how do you make the employee feel on an experience by experience interaction with the organisation. So the only way to be number one at that is to be able to build your culture and your behavioural systems around that as well, because if you want to build advocates within inside the organisation, it has to start with a very clear definition around what type of experience do you want to create for your candidates and also for your employees. And it should be aligned with the organisational strategy, and it should be felt throughout the whole employment experience, not just at the front end when they come into an organisation, all right? Whether they've been there 5 years, 10 years or 20 years, the experience should be consistent with what's been defined by the organisation. That's why they join the organisation, that's why they stay, and that's why they continue to develop value.